And welcome back to Happenings in the Borough. I'm your host, Robbie Jones. Got a special young lady here with us today. And listen, guys, she started this program in Goldsboro. I really can't describe it, but I know it's awesome because I've been there. So I'm going to let her tell it to you. I have the honor and privilege of introducing Miss Alicia Britt Pierce. Alicia, how are you?
Hi, good evening.
All right.
Thank you for inviting me and allowing me to discuss the First Friday Fund.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
That's awesome. Now listen, I'm going to be straight up with you. When I first heard about your program, I was like, okay, cool. My sister's starting something good. That's good. And I remember getting the invite from you. And I said, I'm going to just go hang out, see what it's about, show us some support, and then bring it on home. But let me tell you something. When I got there, and when you guys started that conversation, I was blown away. So, for the people out there who don't know anything about First Friday, explain that concept to us.
Okay, well, First Friday is what some people call it a round table. I just call it a discussion that is set aside for a mature audience, for individuals that actually would like to discuss topics that we actually discuss anyway, but we don't get to have them in a round table setting with people that are like-minded or not like-minded, but to share information and to gather opinions from each other.
Yeah.
And the hope was that as we share these opinions from each other, that the individuals can then take it back and reflect on it and, either make application of it for them moving forward or, whatever they want to do with it. So at least we're having open dialogue and being able to be honest about some of the topics that we already just deal with within our community.
Right. Now I'll tell you, one of the topics, and I have to say this, one of the topics that we were discussing at that time was why was black women so angry? And I just sat back and I just listened, and I was actually blown away of the dialogue that was going back and forth. And the good thing about it was it wasn't arguing. It was just everybody had their own opinion, and I actually learned a lot coming from that. So how do you come up with your topics? Is some people suggesting to you or what?
Well, the topic, some are suggested. That particular one was suggested, but the very beginning of the First Friday, I made a comment to a Facebook post that mentioned that child support should come on a card that only pays for towards the rent, food, and clothes, and not for the individual to get her hair done, go on vacations, and get her nails done. And my comment was, well, how do you know if your contribution is for those things and not for the things it should be for? Because if she's working, then what she's put in, along with what you're putting in, probably do take care of the deed, and then the extra is for her. And it became a real long dialogue with an individual that we both know who goes wrong. And some of us even said, well, there are some women that's out here that do not do what they should, but what about that group that do? And should they get pulled in and stereotyped? And so that's the idea. Hopefully some of the discussions we can have could switch some of the stereotypes and allow us to respect one another. In February, the next topic was self-love, because it kind of went with that. If you have enough love for self, then how you treat others and how you treat yourself will demonstrate and cause people to respect and trust you. And so that's what we've been doing. We just come in there, we have some very mature discussion, and it never turns into an argument. We all appreciate each other's opinions. And then I'm just hoping that people go back, like I said, and reflect and do something with that information other than just talking about it.
I tell you, y'all see what I mean? I mean, it gets deep. It's really deep. I was really impressed. Now, your venue is kind of unique too. What made you pick that venue to have those discussions at?
Well, I chose the ice store because where we play spades and everything down there. They're very open. The atmosphere is nice. It has a little music going.
Yeah.
The owners are very relaxed and cool. And so I just asked them. I sent them something, sent them some topics, and said, hey, I would like to do a first Friday fun at your location. Is that fine? And they were like, sure.
Yeah.
And they enjoyed dialogue and things as well. So here we go.
Yeah.
First Friday fun, and so far it is being fun.
Yeah, I know.
Antonio.
The guy there, he's a real good guy. Now, the people that come to these events, where is it different age groups? Because I'm going to tell you, and when I showed up, I was just expecting to see women. And there were also men there too. So I was kind of shocked. I'm going to be honest with you. I was kind of shocked there was men there too. Where do you get these people? Is it anybody, any age group, or what? How does that work?
Well, it's first of all, when I say mature, I would like for it to be, adult only.
Right.
And I just advertise it on Facebook, and people share. I've so far had, like you just said, every time we do have bids, we always have a few more women than men. It's averaged about 10 to 11 participants each time, which allows that intimacy as well. We have had some individuals as young as 20 and 21. They came to the February discussion because their mother came in January, and when she came back in February, she brought the husband and the kids.
Wow.
So we have had a wide variety. Sometimes it's complete, like some of the people don't know each other, or like that week you were there, a lot of us kind of were more familiar with each other, which is very different.
Yeah.
January, February, it was individuals that did not know each other.
Right.
But it gives us something to look forward to every first Friday at 7:30.
That's awesome. And when we got there, she had a real cool icebreaker. That was some of the questions, man. I'm telling you, I can't. You got to go to really understand how this program works. It's just getting off the ground, but I'm telling you, I know, I can feel it in my spirit that it's going to be a success. Now, for all y'all who talking about, oh, there's nothing to do in Goldsboro, there's nothing to do in Wayne County. Hey, you gotta go check this place out. And when you give the address,
116 South 7th Street. It is the ice store, and I mean it's amazing. People don't realize not only. Because a lot of people think ice store, they think of ice cream. No, they have the best lemonade in the world, and they have some of the best wings. They have hot dogs. They have healthy stuff, and they have unhealthy stuff. And like I said, the environment is just great. It's a non-judgmental zone, and we just have a good time in there. And so far, everyone, I have two particular individuals, Pamela Easley and my cousin Cookie. They have been at every one.
Yeah.
They have, and Robert Pender, they have not been. They've been in January, February, and March.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, and they said it's because it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so I just hope that people can come and enjoy.
Yeah. Hey, listen, guys, you gotta go. It's every first Friday of the month, and the start time is what again, Alicia?
At 7:30 every first Friday.
It's at 7:30 every first Friday. Hey, listen, you got to get in on this thing right now while there's a little available space, because I'm telling you, I know in my spirit it's going to blow up, and it's going to blow up big. Well, Alicia, listen, thank you so much for sharing that with us, and I can promise you that wasn't my last time coming. I will come again. I was telling Alicia, if I didn't live in Raleigh, I would be there every Friday that I could possibly be, because it's an absolutely beautiful thing that she's going on. So thank you for sharing that.
So I thank you for interviewing me and helping me get the word out. And, you do great work with these videos.
Thank you.
What's happening in the barrel. So I'm just excited that I get to have a little input on what's happening in the barrel.
Well, I just want to let you know that you're making a big impact on this program that you're doing, because I think it's going to actually help a lot of people. Now, let me ask you this before you go real quick. Do you have any contact information that you would like to give out?
My email is at hiswheel13@yahoo.com. Okay. Some of my family members ask me, well, can you FaceTime us? No, it's for those that are actually there. We want people to be in the room.
Right.
And be present.
Yeah.
But who knows? after we do this first year, if it works out well, maybe we'll open it to live or, try to do some dialogue or blogging on social media. But right now, we just want people in the room having a mature discussion.
That's outstanding. Hey, listen, guys, you heard it here first, right here on Happening in the Borough. Make sure that you go visit them, 116 South Center Street in Goldsboro, North Carolina, and we'll see you there. Thank you.